Hey, welcome everybody. Good morning. Buenos dias from lovely Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And of course, you are here with me, Brent Lane, and PVRN, Puerto Vallarta Real News. So happy to have you. As I always do, today is April 7th, in case you've lost track. January, February, March. Yep, April 7th, in case you lost track. It is 10 a.m. Puerto Vallarta time. I love having you all here. Looking forward to seeing all of my daily viewers, along with a few new ones today, I hope. And today, we got some exciting stuff, because it's going to be a little different today in terms of format. So I wanted to get you ready for that, so there's no surprises. But overall, I think it's going to be an amazing show today. So let's get going. So first off, I do want to tell everybody that DJ Dan's going to be here. He's going to be my very first. Now, I know I've said this a few times that I'm going to have an interview, and it's kind of gone south, I think 2 to 3 times. This time I know it's going to happen because he's already logged in on the call, ready to go, having coffee. Speaking of, maybe it's time for our very first coffee cam of the day. Ready, set, boom! Good morning, everybody. Hey, good morning, Sly. Every day I love seeing you here. Thank you so much. All right. So we're going to have DJ Dan on to talk about an event he's got going on this Friday that I'm highly involved in and super excited about, as well as many people I know are very excited about. So that's exciting. On personal note, what's going on with me? Oh my gosh, did I tell y'all yesterday? I lost my glasses this weekend. They're like my signature style here. And I was on my motorcycle. I might have told this yesterday. I don't know. Every day's crazy. But I was down there. I was leaving Whiskey Kitchen. I put my glasses on my bike. I took off, gone. So these are not my permanent glasses. So I went out yesterday with Laura. We went over to Ben and Frank, perused all their glass selections. I think I made a wise choice, but it's going to be 8 to 10 days of partial blindness. So bear with me if I don't see something or see your call out as well as I usually do. But I see a few right now. Good morning, Lori. So nice to see you from Georgia, USA. Chandra, I don't know where you're at, but good morning to you. And Sly, I don't even know where you're at. Someday I'm going to have to ask these things. All right, let's get going and jump right into it. So change up a little bit today. Usually I go with news first, but today, since DJ Dan is already here and he wants to chat, of course, with us about it, I'm going to bring him on. Good morning, Maureen. Just the time before I jumped over to the interview, but here we go. Over to DJ Dan on the brand new PVRN interview cam. Hey, Dan, how are you?
Boom, boom. How's everybody doing this morning?
Oh, I hear you loud and clear, and hopefully all of our viewers out there do as well. One thing is because I wanted to make sure you got a lot of good, screen time there, is I didn't want to put comments popping up on this screen, but we are getting some. We've already got a good morning amigo from Matt Warder. Good to see you. Good morning from Reed and Sarah. Hey, Reed, Sarah, I don't know. You logged in. It's your fault, but congratulations. I heard you might have got proposed to. So super, whoop, whoop, I know. All right, without further ado, I think that's the right word. Dan, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you've going on. I'll show some videos and slides as we move on.
My name is Dan McNeil. I'm from Canada, living here in Puerto Vallarta now for probably the last close to 6 years, mostly full-time. I own a DJ sound and production company in Canada, and I do other work here in Mexico, but I wanted to start a production company here in Mexico, and it's something we've been working on over the last little bit. And I have a mutual friend who introduced me to a guy named Chris, who has this fantastic venue, Rancho Tierra Madre. It was one of those things where it was kind of serendipity how it came together. I met Chris in 2018 or 2019, and I did a promo video for disc golf that they have over there, and then never went back to the ranch. And not that long ago, my son wanted to play paintball, and we were going to this paintball place, and lo and behold, we're driving there. It's been several years. We're walking in, and it's the same place. Excuse me. And it turns out that my buddy Chris is the one that runs this, and he's been asking me for years, can we do an event? Can we do an event? We didn't have the gear here. So now, I mean, Gen X and 80s, 90s is kind of our jam. And so we're kind of doing it all together, kind of packed up in one. And it's an 80s, 90s event at the ranch.
That's amazing. And the space looks really cool. I definitely encourage people, and I think you even said this at one time, to utilize the Google link, and maybe we can put that in the comics after the show so you find it. But I think it's great. The part I love about it is I love an outdoor concert. I love the whole DJ scene. I've got a video of you going there and looking dapper in your suit. But I love that it's outside. It's a family event. I also love that It's a DJ concert outdoors with my kind of music. Because I've been to other outdoor DJ events here, and it was mostly just all rave music, which, okay, rave is okay for a little while, and it kind of just begins to grind on me. But this is the music that myself and a lot of my viewers really grew up with.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I mean, my wife put it really well the other day. Aside from the fact that we love it just because of the age range that we're in, I think part of it is a little more nostalgic for us because back then you'd have to go buy a tape, or when CDs come out, you bought a CD. And it was harder for you to hear this type of music on a really good sound system. We didn't have cell phones. So if you and I made a plan to go out tonight and all of a sudden I couldn't go, I could send you a message to say I can't go. Well, once I left my house, or you left your house, I couldn't have a way to communicate with you back then easily. So I had to show up. I had to be there. And going to a location or a bar or something. I believe you were a DJ back in the day too, right? You know,
don't give away all my secrets, man.
But you were playing on a really big sound system, right? So your friends and anybody had to go somewhere to have that experience. And it was my wife, Monica, brought this up to me the other day. She said, I think that's part of the experience of the 80s and 90s that's different, is you needed to go somewhere to hear something on a really good sound system. You needed to have an experience where now music is accessible by everybody, right? And so I think it's a bit more nostalgic for us for those type of reasons.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool. Like, it's been rotating through the slideshow and stuff, and I can't necessarily tell it when to stop. And by the way, you are getting a lot of great comments, by the way. Some of them are fun. Some of them are people you know asking, how old were you when you took that photo for the logo for the event? You know, Eric, I see you over there. But your DJ, I don't know which DJ deck you're going to use for this show per se, but I've seen the clear see-through one. I've seen the box one. Which one are you bringing out to the event?
It's gonna be digital turntables. So the clear see-through one, it doesn't work as well outdoors, especially since the event starts at 8 o'clock. But people can come earlier. Like there's gonna be it's family friendly. So if they want to come and check out the space and stuff like that, and that see-through one is a projection based system. So we're gonna have actual turntables there and controlling music video and stuff with it.
All right, we've only got a minute or so left, or maybe about 30 seconds. What would you like to tell the viewers right now? And of course, I've already got the link for the tickets in the show notes. You can actually add comments afterwards. But any final thoughts, information you want to give everybody before this Friday's event?
It's just a stress-free, fun event. I'm used to doing corporate events where I'm dressed up and I love that. That's what I thrive on. But we're always doing some sort of presentation or something that's extremely formal. This is just come out, have some fun, come up and talk to me, make requests. It's vinyl video. So basically everything that we do on the turntable, if we bring it back, if we scratch it, it comes up on the video screen. If it's Billie Jean, that's what it is. If it's Depeche Mode, that's what it is. And I'll have some Latin hits there too for our Mexican folks that are coming out to party with us as well.
All right. Well, unanimously, the viewers are saying it sounds great. They can't wait to do it. A few of them, like Matt has said, already bought his tickets. So, hey, get on out there. I'll be out there. Dan will be out there. Come by, say hi. Love to meet you in person if I haven't and you're here. But Dan, thank you so much for coming on today and telling us about your super exciting event. I'll talk about it again on Thursday. But, hey, have a great one, amigo. And thanks for being the very first live interview on PVRN.
Does that make me number one?
You're number one in that category only, sir. Have a great day. Awesome. Thanks for joining the show.
Thanks for having me. Take care. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.
All right. Hey, I hope y'all love that. Let me get a hold of things here. There we go. You got to run the board while you're doing things. There we go. Got it. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you love that. That was it. Family fun. Yes, a family rave. I love it. I think it's going to be a fun event for everybody. I know all my viewers aren't in Puerto Vallarta, but if you are, please come out and check it out and hang out with me, and we'll have a great time. All right, let's do a cheers to that. That was amazing. Our very first successful interview on PVRN. Yes, I'll drink to that. All right, that's about some news. All right, let's do it. So moving on, there is news today. I do want to update you all on the national strike. We talked about that yesterday. So what I've read now is 11 major roadblocks reported across 5 Mexican states are still out there. So we're really just going to follow up on my coverage from the national strike from yesterday. So the Minister of the Interior reports that while many protest areas have cleared, 11 major roadblocks continue to disrupt traffic across 5 different states. These strategic closures have caused significant delays for commercial transportation and private travelers alike, and government officials are currently in negotiations with protest leaders to restore full mobility, though tensions remain high in several key transit areas. and corridors. Local authorities in the affected regions of Chihuahua, Morelos, and San Luis Potosi are advising motorists to seek alternate routes. Some protesters have begun to withdraw in the central regions of the country. The remaining blockades are still being closely monitored by the National Guard. Now, specifically for our region, Jalisco has seen most major thoroughfares remain open today and yesterday, and currently no reported blockades are affecting the main access points into Puerto Vallarta for now. This could change at any time. Nationwide supply chains may experience some minor ripples, so local traffic and tourism operations in Banderas Bay continue to run on normal schedules, but if you got an Amazon package coming, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. And cheers to you, Marine, as well. All right, moving on. Hey, don't forget one thing, though. If you do want to follow along with me, you don't ever want to miss a show, hit the follow button on my profile. Follow me on YouTube if you missed the show live. Always can shoot me an email. But mostly, the follow button on my profile is really going to make sure you never miss a show because you'll get notified. So, moving on. Puerto Vallarta's first electric bus fleet. Whoa, what? Is this real? Could it be real? Let's check it out. So this is more of a let me wait and see. But I've seen this now at multiple news organizations now that the long-awaited modernization of Puerto Vallarta's public bus transit system is taking a leap forward as the state government has officially announced the arrival of its first 100% electric buses. So starting the first week of May, 7 high-tech units will be operating along the city's busiest transit arteries. These initial vehicles are part of a larger planned rollout of 19 electric units designed to transform the daily commute for residents and visitors alike. These are being manufactured by Yutong, and they're 18-meter articulated buses, and they're built for high capacity, carrying up to 130 passengers. The upgrade isn't just about clean energy. The units come fully equipped with modern comforts, including powerful air conditioning, universal accessibility for those with mobility challenges, USB charging ports, enhanced safety, all kinds of great things just that a modern fleet should have. So it's they're going to be prioritized first in the most critical transit corridors, and commuters can expect to see these quiet emission-free buses running along Boulevard Medina Asensio, through the hotel zone and the marina, and out towards Ixtapa and out to Costco University. Cook. So there is of course, I just talked about the statewide increase in the fare. So maybe some of those will go towards these amazing buses. So that's exciting. Let's jump into national news. Now, I don't always cover national news, but I do when it's interesting. We caught the government worker sunbathing a week ago. This time it's definitely not a worker sunbathing. Let me try to get a hold of myself here. This time it's about the capuchin monkeys that were saved from illegal trafficking in Tabasco, in Mexico. So I know there's one viewer out there, Lori, who hates monkeys. So for you, here you go. There's your monkey. And so Mexican authorities have successfully rescued 10 capuchin monkeys after discovering them hidden in the trunk of a car during a routine inspection in the state of Tabasco. The primates were found crammed into 2 plastic crates in deplorable conditions near the city of Villahermosa. Federal environmental officers reported that the animals were suffering from severe dehydration, skin lacerations, and suspected fungal infections due to negligent transportation conditions. Because these monkeys are not native to Mexico, they are strictly protected under international trade agreements to prevent exploitation and environmental imbalances. The driver of the vehicle was immediately arrested and turned over to federal prosecutors to face charges for wildlife trafficking. The rescued monkeys have been moved to Specialized Wildlife Management Unit, where they are currently receiving veterinary care to stabilize their health, and hopefully they look this healthy very, very soon. Come on, monkeys. We love you guys. Well, most of us do. I know Lori says monkey, no. She's a monkey hater. How do you read a monkey hater? I just don't understand that. But let's all cheers to these monkeys getting healthy, getting back to power again. You go, monkeys. Cheers. Okay, so we've only got about a minute left because we were blessed with Dan today. So all I want to do, so I keep updating everybody and kind of educating you on the 2-week break that we have for Semana Santa and Semana de Pascua. We are in the second part, which is Easter week. Again, many families continue to vacation, especially here in Puerto Vallarta. Schools are still out and remain closed, and the beaches are going to be full and packed full of tourists that aren't from here. So all I can say is this: if you're out there driving, if you're on a motorbike like me, just be a little more careful, because these folks aren't used to driving here. They might not be used to our laterals. They're definitely not used to the fact of driving down into Central, and all of a sudden there's a big giant Malecon to their right, because that's when they slammed on their brake in front of me. So let's just be extra cautious, but let's also appreciate them being here and supporting the local economy and helping Puerto Vallarta get back to its strange, powerful the way it usually is. Okay, last but not least, and I am going to run just a little bit long today, and I do apologize, but it's worth it because we had the interview. I do want to tell you about two great events coming up. The first one is a first ever. So this one's kind of cool. So this is the Nayarit is bracing for a significant economic surge as international sporting competitors prepare to pump over 6 million pesos into the local economy this month. And they're highlighting the region's local reputation as an amazing place to come. So this first one is the Gran Fondo Riviera Nayarit, and it's set to take place on Saturday, April 18th, with beginning at 6 a.m. on Boulevard Nuevo Vallarta. Now, this is a premier cycling event offering 2 challenge routes, a 92-kilometer route, which is the Gran Fondo, and a grueling 130-kilometer route called the Forte course that climbs through the Sierra, the amazing scenic Sierra de Vallejo National Protected Areas. So that one's going to be amazing. It looks like it's going to draw about 500 visitors here. Great for tourism, great for our economy. We love that. The second one is one that I went to last year with Laura. We had a great time, took some amazing photos. This isn't one of her photos, but it is a photo from the event last year. So this is the 15th edition of the Festival del Viento, which is the Wind Festival. This one's going to take over the waters between Bucerias and La Cruz, and that's going to be from May 22nd to the 24th. This one is amazing. It is recognized as one of the largest freestyle kiteboarding events in all of Mexico, and this year's festival is expected to attract over 300 international athletes. You can get out there, have a couple drinks, sit on the water, and enjoy high adrenaline categories, including big air, where riders soar over 60 feet in the air, and a massive downwind slalom race. And it's going to run from La Cruz all the way to Bucerias. So the event remains a favorite for locals and tourists alike, and the colorful kites above the Pacific make for some amazing photos. So if you get out there, I'm going to be there for sure, as long as I don't have any kind of conflict. If you do get out there, I can't wait for you to share your photos, especially for Chris Anderson of the Anderson Report, who has a pretty awesome camera. But I also know Laura is going to take some great video and photos too. So that's it. It was a pretty packed show today. Dan, thanks for coming on. All my viewers, thanks for coming in. Melissa, good morning. Great to see you. Great to see everybody in. We had a packed house today on the show. So to that, I cheers you for coming onto the show. I also cheer our amazing sponsors, without whom, and I know I don't put them at the forefront of the show all the time, but I love that they're also great about just kind of being on the scroll at the bottom and being at the end. But without them, this show would be much, much more difficult, and it wouldn't have the great progression we see every week. Thank you, Sherry, for your amusing comments as well. Thank you, everybody. That's the end of the show. So hang out for just a minute. Check out the sponsor crawl. Please go out and see my friends at PV Aesthetics down at South of the Burger. Grab a burger, take a photo with Raul, the owner, and also check out his hotel. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you tomorrow morning, same place. Have a great one.